After the establishment of the Chichi's missions of medicine, and Master Cheng started to realize that it is easy to find competent doctors. But on the contrary, it's very difficult to find a very dedicated and experienced medical workers. And thus, she developed an idea to start the missions of education with the aims to nurture talent to serve the society with a selfless love. We are very fortunate today to have Dharma Master Cheng from Jinsubo to share with us on the missions of education. May I have all the brothers and sisters please rise and put your palms together to welcome Dharma Master to
Okay. Venerable masters, dear sisters and brothers, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's truly wonderful that although we are at different time zones and regions, we still have an incredible affinity to come together to share through the video conferencing. Since you have listened to the first section talking about the mission of charity, now it's my turn to talk about the second mission in Tzu Chi's world, education. Once I remember, many people ask masters, what's the motivation and purpose to do the educational work? I remember that master often tells that the hope of society lies in talents. The hope of talents lies in education. Education is the whole project. Good doctors and good courtiers rely on teachers. So we can understand that education plays a very crucial role in many perspectives, especially in Tzu Chi's world. So let me introduce the first school we established in 1989, Tzu Chi Junior College of Nursing. The reason why we started our first school in 1989, the Tzu Chi Junior College of Nursing, is closely related to the mission of medicine. Basically, there are two reasons to build this kind of college at the first time. Master Zheng Yan often says that in the mind of a patient, a conscientious doctor is a living Buddha, and a conscientious nurse is an incarnation of the Guanyin Bodhisattva. So since it was very difficult to attract doctors and nurses to the Tzu Chi Hospital, which is located the east part of the Taiwan, on development east coast, the master planned to set up a nursing college and a medical maths college to produce caring, compassionate medical specialists for the hospital. And another reason is because that Taiwanese Aborigines mostly live in poverty and receive poor educations in their remote mountain villages. So lots of females, Aboriginals, they suffer a lot from, losing the opportunities to get a career in their lives. And master cannot bear to see this kind of very sorrowful situations at that time. So the master had the desire to help Aboriginal students and to train nurses who would go back to their villages and improve local health. In 1996, Ministry of Education gave formal permission to the Tzu Chi Junior College of Nursing to accept 50 tuition-free Aboriginal students through a separate entrance examinations. Thus, the master's wish of educating young Aboriginal females has been given further support. So I think it is the most one of the futuristic and characteristics point in our first school. And after our College of Nursing comes to our Tzu Chi Medical College, which is established in 1994 with the aim of raising the standard of medicine in the East, cultivating outstanding medical and nursing talents for the society. And the third one is enhancing the well-being of the whole people. After years of hard work and good school performance, Tzu Chi Medical College was renamed Tzu Chi University in August 2000. So later on, we also achieved the complete education systems in 2000, and it's definitely a milestone for our mission of education. And a comprehensive educational system, including kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, college, and graduate studies, was realized in Hualien in July of 2000. And to plus that, we also provide adult education classes as well in Taiwan and abroad to provide a complete education and promote lifelong learning. Toward Tzu Chi's education, we emphasize on several points and focus. The first one, I believe that is true respect for life and faith in human nature. It is the guideline of our old educational system. And education in virtue, education for life, and education for the entire person is our common goal. So the system values not only focus on professional education, but it places even more importance on the fostering of people's pure potential. It is hoped that this will create a paradigm in education during these troubled times when people's views on life values have become so convoluted. Consequently, the education of Tzu Chi has its own specific and unique characteristics, and especially to some characteristics and points of our Tzu Chi's educational organizations, I want to mention several points. The first one is our model of our Tzu Chi schools is loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, which is mindfully woven into the academic and extracurricular activities of all students. Through this approach, it is hoped that the students will learn to cultivate character over talent. Also, I believe that both schools provide free tuition and living allowance for fourth and fifth year students, so that students can concentrate on study without worrying about the expenses. Also, the master's concept of education emphasizes providing not only college knowledge. Oh, sorry, the front page, please. Also, okay. Also, the master's concept of education emphasizes on providing not only knowledge and skills, but also a spirit of humanitarianism. In the meantime, the Yide Mother-Sister Association, in Chinese we call it 义德母姐会, provides several personal guidance, and there are also classes in tea ceremony, flower arrangement, performances art, and sign language to uplift the character and morality of the students. Thousands of nurses with the spirit of the Guanyin Bodhisattva have graduated and are working and receiving place in hospitals and clinics all over Taiwan, and so are these medical doctors and personnel. Especially, I want to mention one very special programming in our Tzu Chi University. It is one of the most extraordinary course lies in the class of anatomy. and we call it the Silent Mentors program. People may be curious about what is the Silent Mentor program of Tzu University. Silent mentors are people who donate their bodies to Tzu University Medical College for use in anatomy class and surgical simulation training. These body donors teach medical students and doctors without saying a word. That's why they are referred to as silent mentors. And according to the website from Taiwan Today, more than 30,000 people in Taiwan have agreed to donate their bodies after death to medical research. And according to the Buddhist the Compassion Relief's Tzu Chi Foundations, which is stated on September 7. And this number is the world's highest by country, and 99% of the donors have designated that their remains go to Tzu Chi. So the program weaves professional medical training with humanistic appreciation. Students learn selfless giving on behalf of doctors and become excellent physicians through this involvement, since their altruistic spirits are cultivated. So let's watch a short clip to get more understanding about silent mentors.
Donors teach medical students and doctors without words at Tzu University is going to begin. Before the class, medical students bow respectfully to the bodies they are going to learn from for the semester. These bodies were donated by those who had signed up for Tzu University's body donor program when they were alive, and are used in anatomy class or surgical simulating training. As the body donors teach medical students and doctors without words, they are referred to as silent mentors at Tzu Chi. The man singing was Tzu Chi volunteer Li Guoming. In 2010, he passed away due to lung cancer. His family followed his final wish and donated his body to Tzu Chi. When he was hospitalized in his final days, he still did his best to entertain other patients.
帮我真正做老师，我嘛来做这个无语良师。
Tzu Chi's body donor program started in 1995, 1 year after Tzu Chi Medical College was set up. As of early 2021, over 40,000 people had signed up to donate their bodies to Tzu Chi. Among the nearly 1,000 bodies that have been used, around 80% of them were Tzu Chi volunteers.
我没有很确实的想过我未来会成为什么样的医生，不过至少我会不辜负师长们，或是病人们，或是大体老师的家属们和大体老师对我的期望。
At the end of the semester, the anatomy class also draws to a close. The students again pay respects to their silent mentors and bid them farewell in gratitude. What the students take away from this class is not merely knowledge about the workings of the human body, but also a sense of love, respect, and gratitude.
Okay, so I believe that you have got more understanding about the silent mentor programs. But besides our complete education systems in Tzu Chi, Tzu Chi also is very concerned about educating society. So we also set up and provide adult education classes as well in Taiwan and abroad to provide a complete education. Since in 1991, college students have volunteered at the Tzu General Hospital every summer. And besides that, under the Tzu Foundation, we have the several different kind of educational cooperations, such as the Tzu Youth Corporation and the Teachers Associations. And plus that, Tzu also contains and hold lots of camps which is related to education. For instance, we have the parent-child camps to help to bridge the generation gap. Many children are able to open their hearts and hug their parents, saying to parents, I love you, and to heal the alienation between parents and children. And also, in 1999, Taiwan was hit by a major earthquake, and seeing how many schools in their disaster areas are damaged, Master Cheng was very concerned about the children's education at that time. So, after its emergency relief efforts ended, Tzu took on the responsibility of rebuilding 51 schools destroyed by the quake. Indeed, what we have done for Taiwan's education so far is truly incredible and profound. Apart from Taiwan, Tzu also reaches out to other parts of the world, including impoverished areas around the world. Wherever natural or man-made disasters occur, as Tzu volunteers carry out relief, they will also look at the opportunities to provide educational resources to children. This is because they know deep in their hearts that the hope of a country lies in children, and the hope of children lies in education. Actually, we have many successful cases of flip educations around the world. Just take South Africa as examples. I know because our time is really limited. Just take one example. Undergoing, as we know, the South African, they undergoing the political turmoil and instability. Lots of Black people suffered from limited educational resources. So in 1996, Tzu started to provide educational support to the city of Ladysmith. In 50 years, they totally built 7 schools there. And one of the educational miracles started in the year of 2004, where many of the African children came back to Taiwan. So let's watch the clip together and introduce one very cute girl for you.
In 1996, Tzu volunteers started to provide educational support to the city of Ladysmith. In 15 years, they built 7 schools there. When they found that many children went to school hungry, they began to provide meals and supplies to them and their families. In 2004, many of the children came to Taiwan. On behalf of everyone, a little girl, Tabete Lungelo, thanked Master Zhengyan in Taiwanese.
講上人，我阮有這個機會來到台灣主持，去着請你這個舒服，甲運動這家己嘅技術。
In reply, Master Zhengyan encouraged them to study hard and invited them to study at Tzu schools in Taiwan. Ten years later, in 2013, Lungelo did come to Taiwan. Based on her outstanding academic performance, she was admitted to Tzu University with a scholarship. In 2019, Lungelo graduated from college. Lungelo came from a poor family. She lived with her grandmother and had received Tzu's aid since attending Tzu's school in Ladysmith. Learning that she was going to Taiwan to study, everyone in her village was thrilled. They helped make preparations for her trip and gave her their best wishes.
请施工上人放心，因为施工上人给我们一个很好的礼物，就是教育。我自己以后回来南非，我一定就是会好好的利用他给我这个礼物。如果留在台湾，我还是一样会选择帮助南非这一个区块。不管怎么样，留在台湾还是回来南非，我还是一样会帮助我们当地的人，所以上人要放心。
And actually, when I see this kind of short clip, I was deeply touched by this wonderful girl because she worked so hard, and she believes that after even she went back to South Africa, she still can make lots of contributions to her village. So actually, be it in Guizhou in China or the Syrian children in Turkey, their young lives took a turn towards to be a brighter future simply because they were given a chance to continue their education. As a Chinese saying goes, it takes a decade to grow a tree, but a lifetime to nurture a person. With proper support and encouragement, every child, regardless of race, caste, religion, or region, will be able to find their calling and purpose in life and becomes a useful person of society when they grow up. And time really flies. Those are some of my acknowledgments regarding Tzu Chi's mission of education. May today's online course and sharing can enrich your Bodhisattva path and life journey. 感恩。